Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, we are from the group 5. For the first, my name is Amelia Rosa and I'm as a moderator, and my friends are Indah Hiwanda and Nurul Wahida Rinjani. Alright, in this video, we would like to present the mice and scenes. For the first slide is definition of mice and scenes. Mice and scenes itself comes from the French language, which means placing an object in a scene. Mice and Scenes is a stage design and arrangement of actors and actresses in scenes for film or theatrical production. In describing all visual aspects, referring to a single scene that represents a film. All scenes seen in the frame are part of the mice and scenes by covering several key aspects such as settings, properties, actors, customs, lighting, and etc. And the definition of mice and scenes can be distinguished according to two points of view, namely from the viewer's point of view. Mice and scene is anything that is visible to the naked eye on the screen. And from a filmmaker's point of view, mice and scenes we can understand as an act of putting everything in the event that is created. And then mice and scenes aspects. Number one is settings or background design. Setting is a place or location where a scene is played. The ability to set the background is one of the main keys in mice and scenes so that the film can look real. This is very useful to describe the emotional, cultural, economic, psychological, social meanings and can strengthen the emotions of the character in the film. Kinds of settings. Number one is shot on studio. Shot on studio refers to a place for film. Can be done indoors, outdoors, or a combination of the two. Number two is shot on location. Filmmakers do not need to build a location that will be used as a setting because it is the authenticity of the place that is the goal in order to the authenticity and realism approach. Alright, the next slides will be presented by Indah Hiwanda.
Okay, number 2, lighting. The quality, direction, intensity of lighting can indicate distance, shape, time, texture, and atmosphere so that it can affect the audience understanding of the film being made. Lighting for a director is more than just lighting to be able to see actor and set. So lighting can be used to make more sense about a situation through a sense of a character. Number 3, room. There are many things in a film that can affect the readability of the film, such as a place, object, depth, size, and proximity. The representation of space can be manipulated through the placement of the camera and the use of lenses. Number 4, composition. The use of appropriate, asymmetric, or symmetrical composition can also give an artistic impression on each shot. Composition setting can refer to object in the shooting frame, color, movement, and also the intensity of light. Number 5, makeup and costumes. A costume is something that refers to the clothing each character wears. One of the important factors in mice in scenes to help shape the character of each character play in certain design consideration in costume and the use of color. Costume and makeup are closely related to the setting or setting because the setting help the background according to the story. Manual, costumes, and makeup build the identity of the player character itself. Number 6, acting. Acting itself comes from the word to act. In Indonesian, acting can also be called a role or playing a role or demonstrating again or character.
Alright, the next slides will be presented by Nurul Wahida Rinjani.
Okay, next slide, number 7, stock movies. The choice of black and white or color Even rough or fine grain in a film can give a different impression. The use of black and white color choices in films apparently doesn't apply to all films, but modern films still use it sometimes. 8. Aspect ratio. Aspect ratio is a ratio of the proportion between height and width in a film. Usually, the aspect ratio in film media uses a widescreen 16:9 or square screen 4:3. Okay, next slide, number 9. Acting. An actor must be controlled because his acting will convey the main message in the film directly. If done spontaneously, it will make the message cannot be conveyed as desired. The last, number 10, blocking. Blocking doesn't only belong to theater and dance. However, placing actors in the film must also be adjusted perfectly and in such a way as to suit the purpose of the director. I think that's all. Back to moderator.
Alright, that's all about our presentation. We say sorry if there are mistakes. And the last we say thank you. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.